Hi, my tiny tigers and little dragons. I loved seeing you in class this week. Thank you very much for coming to play with me. I hope you've been working on your schoolwork and your home assignments, including cleaning your room. And I hope that you got to watch this video so that you can review the things we've learned this past week as well as in previous weeks. One of the things we did in the last week was finish the wonderful book, The Little Engine That Could. So if you didn't get to hear the whole thing, I'll read it all for you on today's video lesson. So, lots of things we can learn from the little train that could. She was not too proud, and she was not too tired, and she was willing to help. And so those are all wonderful things that we can continue to do together with our families. So I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow at our live promotion event, and then I'll look forward to seeing everybody else in class next time. Here are some new important skills for us to learn. We'll review an old skill and then we'll take it up to the next couple of levels. So first of all, I know you guys all know how to jump really well like this. So just kangaroo jumping. Yes, you might even know how to do it backwards. Right? Okay, so let's practice this. Feet apart from each other, knees bent, and we're going to land on the balls of our feet like this. Balls of our feet. So we land softly. So kangaroo jumps. That's right. You can do it backwards, that's great. Okay, but stay on your feet. This is all about balancing. So jump. Good. If you can do backwards, great. Good, okay. So next is having our feet together, all the way together. So we're going to keep our feet together, knees bent, lands on the ball of our feet, and kangaroo jump like this. Okay? Might be a little harder keeping your feet together when we're going backwards, but let's at least try forward. And you could even do it in a circle. Okay? You could even do it turning on one spot. Feet together. Okay? So that's a really important way to learn to hop with our feet together. Next one is on one foot. One foot. So hop. And then backwards. That might be hard. But again, bent knees and point your toes. Point the ball of your foot. Okay, that will really help you with your balance. So 2 foot jumps. And then feet together. Hopping on 2 feet, and then hopping on 1 foot. Good job. Practice those. Let's work on our balance together. So we'll try a couple of simple jumps and then one kick and see how well we can do staying on our feet and balancing. So let's just start out with 2 foot jumps. So just easy jumps like this. That's right. Okay, now let's do a little bit tougher one. So we're going to bend down and then jump up a little bit and then land softly on our feet. So bend down, jump up, and softly on your feet. Bend down. Now, it gets harder and harder as we get tired, but we have to do our best to stay safe by staying on our feet. We already know it's safe where we're standing, so let's land on the same spot and land softly. Now, do you think you can do that on 1 foot? Let's try. Hop, 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 hop. Very good. Okay. So now we know we can balance really well. Let's practice one kick. We know front kick, so let's practice that. So we're going to keep our foot up after we kick. So we'll start out with one like this. One, keep our foot up. And we're going to see my knee is still up after I kick. Okay, so keep your knee up after you kick. One, knee up high after we kick. So I'm trying to bring my knee up at least above my belt, and then keeping my foot up after that. Okay, now let's try 2. Ready? If you need to have somebody help you or hold your hand or hold on to something, that's okay. But let's see if we can bend our front knee and see if we can go 1, 2. There we go, good job. Let's try 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep your balance. Now I'll tell you a quick trick, and that is always imagine you're going to do 1 more. So when I was going to do 3 kicks, I was thinking, oh, what if I had to do 4? Then easier to keep my balance, okay? So now I'm going to do 4. I'm thinking about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't have to do the 5th one. Okay, 1 more. Let's do 5 now. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you keep your balance after your 5th kick? If you were thinking about doing the 6th one, you might have. Okay, so let's practice those. If you fell down, that's okay. Just go back 1 number and do it again until you get all 5 on each leg. So if you can do 5 front kicks without putting your foot down, I'll be very proud of you. The next skill we're going to work on is throwing and catching a ball. So I know some of you are very, very good at this already, but we'll see if we can give you some hints on how to do this better. Now I'm using just a regular old tennis ball here, but you may want something a little bit bigger or a little bit softer than this to make it easier to catch. But I'll show you with the tennis ball, and then we'll learn some ways to do this better. Okay? So first of all, I want you to try whatever ball you've got, just throw it up to yourself. Okay? So see if you can get both hands to move together, up, and then both hands move down. So absorb the ball as it's coming down, like this. All right? The other thing that I'm doing is I'm having my hands wide like this, so I have a bigger basket to catch it in. I've got a couple of fingers laced a little bit, or not laced, but overlapped each other so that I can catch better, okay? So hands wide and absorb as the ball is coming. So I'm not jumping out there and trying to snatch the ball. Let the ball come to you. Let the ball come to you. Remember, almost everything that goes up comes down again. So it'll come back down. You just have to wait patiently for it. Kind of follow it up on the way up and follow it on the way down. Follow it on the way up and down. And what we're following with is not just our hands, but of course our eyes. So keep your eyes on the ball the best that you can. So throwing, we're just going to practice like this. So throwing really gently, like this. Just throw gently and practice with one hand and practice with the other hand. And then you can do this with a partner. You can do it with a wall. You can do it with anything that will help get the ball back to you. So let's practice those. Hands wide, eyes on the ball, and wait for it to come to you. All right, sometimes you have to go get the ball if it's over to the side, but right now I just want you to work on a ball coming straight at you. For the past couple of weeks, we've been reading this wonderful book, The Little Engine That Could, by Watty Piper. Now this book is copyrighted in 1930. 1930, that is exactly 90 years ago, by the Platt and Munk Company. And apparently it's from an even older book called The Pony Engine by Mabel C. Bragg. So let's start this book that we've been reading together all week. I'll show you the pictures on each page as I read it. Chug, 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 puff, puff, puff. Ding dong, the little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train. So maybe you have this book at home and you can follow along with it. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls. There's the train, and there's some of the things the train is carrying. Dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing that boys or girls could want. And there are some of the things that they think boys and girls might want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for after-dinner treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? "Here comes a shiny new engine," said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. "Let us ask him to help us." So all the dolls and toys cried out together, "Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the shiny new engine snorted, "I pull you? I'm a passenger train. I have just carried a big, fine train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car with waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not." And off he steamed to the roundhouse, where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little train called out, "The passenger engine is not the only one in the world." "Here's another engine coming, a great, big, strong one. Let us ask him to help us." And the little toy clown waved his flag, and the big, strong engine came to a stop. "Please, oh please, big engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the big, strong engine bellowed, "I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I'm a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you." And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. "Cheer up," cried the little toy clown. "The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us." So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. "Please, kind engine," cried all the dolls and toys together, "won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the rusty old engine sighed, "I'm so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot." And off he rumbled to the roundhouse chugging. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, "Here's another engine coming up, a little blue engine, a very little one, but maybe she'll help us." The little engine came chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. "What is the matter, my friend?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys, "will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine is broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please, please help us, little blue engine." "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I have never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children awake," said all the dolls and the toys. The very little engine looked up and saw tears in the doll's eyes. She thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped. Then she said, "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly, slowly, slowly they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and toys began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug went the little blue engine. "I think I can. I 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 think I can." Up, up, up. Faster and faster and faster and faster the little engine climbed, until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city. "Hurrah, hurrah!" cried all the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. "The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, little kind blue engine." Did I miss the one where the little engine was hooked up? There we go. And now they're getting to the top and they're cresting the mountain right there. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, "I thought I could. I 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 thought I could." And that's the end of the story of the little engine that could. And I hope that you and I will always be little engines that could. So I asked Mason, what kind of tree fits in your hand? You know what he said? A palm tree, of course. Ha 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 ha.